But let's talk about the royal news because there's been massive royal news over the weekend. Prince Andrew has officially given up his royal title of the Duke of York, along with his honours, following a discussion with his brother, King Charles. So he put out a statement saying, "In discussion with the King and my immediate and wider family, we have concluded the continued accusations about me, distraction from the work of His Majesty and the royal family. I've decided, as I always have, to put my duty to my family and country first. I will therefore no longer use my title or the honours which have been conferred upon me. As I have said previously, I vigorously deny the accusations against me." Louise, I think this really needed to happen.
It did need to happen, but let's be clear, Andrew's not made some kind of noble sacrifice here.
Absolutely not.
His arm's been twisted somewhat by his brother and certainly by his nephew. I think Charles, in a way, has been very cautious and he's quite sentimental about family ties, obviously being his younger brother, but William is far more clinical and corporate, and his reign will be very much, if you're in as a royal, you have to prove your worth and don't feel that you can sort of, lapse onto the train here and sort of, get all the benefits without being a proper working royal. But, I feel for Andrew losing his title, it's a necessary amputation to save the body of the monarchy in a way. They have to be clinical, they have to be brutal, and every week there's a new scandal with Andrew. I mean, those emails over the weekend, he said in that, catastrophic 2019 Newsnight interview, I'd cut off contact in December 2010 and clearly was still emailing Jeffrey Epstein by February, March the following year. So his contradictions have been exposed. So it's very well for him to say in that rather pompous statement, I have decided to put my duty and my family first. Andrew only puts Andrew first, clearly. He's been painted into a corner, and I would love to have been a fly on the wall when Charles had the conversation with him. And
me too.
Particularly if William was in the room. I mean, we saw the footage outside Princess Margaret of Kent's funeral where Andrew was trying to engage William in some sort of general chit-chat and William was not having it. He had a face of granite. He was thinking, just get away from me. I know the cameras are on us, but I want nothing to do with you.
Oh, yeah, you can see it, can't you? And the Met has launched an investigation into claims that Prince Andrew recruited the force to dig up dirt, really, on his accuser, Virginia Giuffre. So this investigation is ongoing into reports that Andrew used one of his taxpayer-funded bodyguards for an attempted smear campaign against Virginia. Is that right?
I know. Well, that's the allegation. It's a very, very serious allegation, but it's also quite disgusting that he was apparently going to these lengths using taxpayer-funded palace security to dig up dirt, dig up her social security number, her date of birth and find out anything he could to try and discredit a woman who, of course, he still denies ever meeting in person despite the photographic evidence to the contrary, and denied that he ever sexually abused her. And, of course, Virginia took her own life in April. And it was such a tragic end to a terrible life for her. And down the line now, the repercussions are being felt very much, I think, by a lot of people.
Let's talk about Fergie and what's going to happen with her, because the reports are that King Charles has vowed to protect Beatrice and Eugenie, whereas Fergie, Sarah Ferguson, faces life without her title, Duchess of York. Of course, she agreed not to use it after Prince Andrew relinquished his Duke title after the ongoing fallout with Jeffrey Epstein. But what's going to happen with Fergie?
Well, I think what's happened with Andrew losing his title and now her losing Duchess of York, it just proves that the York brand is totally toxic within the royal circles. And yes, I have read that Charles will somewhat try and ring fence Beatrice and Eugenie as his nieces, because they shouldn't pay for the sins of the parents, clearly, but I wouldn't expect them to have any front and centre row. Don't expect to see them on the palace balcony for any kind of fly past or anything anytime soon. I don't think he's going to throw them under a bus, but at the same time, he's not going to be putting them forward when William's reign is very much going to be a very streamlined monarchy, I think. But it's just amazing that I think Fergie and Andrew have become so undone by their devotion to Jeffrey Epstein. It just beggars belief. And Fergie has survived so many scandals over the years, and in recent times, in fact, a lot of that to do with her Australian connections has sort of been somewhat rehabilitated. I'd sensed a real sort of renewed affection for her, that, she's been a victim in the past, and the toe sucking and the scandals and the royal things, everything else that has gone wrong, it really hadn't been her fault. Deep down, she's a decent person. I think the line was crossed, though, when that email's revealed that she was calling Epstein a treasured friend. And I don't think even her most diehard fans are going to stand by her when she's endorsing a pedophile in that way. So I think that was the end for her.
Yeah,
really.
you're absolutely right.
Yeah.